Taylor Swift. A name that has become more than just music. It's a world of wonder, mystery, and yes, a little bit of magic. But behind the sold-out stadiums, the glittering awards, and the billions of streams lies a deeper story. A story filled with secret Easter eggs, coded lyrics, and a career that often feels more like a carefully crafted fairy tale than reality. For years, fans, known as Swifties, have dissected every album cover, every Instagram post, even every outfit, searching for hidden messages. And time after time, Taylor delivers. It's like she's writing not just songs, but spells. The kind that pull you in, leaving you wondering, what does she know that we don't? From her uncanny ability to predict trends, to the almost mystical way she reinvents herself with every era, Taylor has turned her career into one of the greatest mysteries in modern pop culture. And today, we're pulling back the curtain. The secret language of Taylor Swift. If you've ever listened closely to Taylor Swift songs, you'll notice something strange. They aren't just lyrics. They're codes. For years, Taylor has woven Easter eggs into her music. Whether it's the way she capitalizes letters in her album booklets, the colors she wears, or the dates she drops hints on Instagram, every detail seems intentional. Back in the Red era, she started using hidden liner notes that spelled out secret messages. Fans would decode them to discover who the songs were about, or what heartbreak inspired a certain lyric. And even now, with Midnights and the Tortured Poets department, Swifties are convinced there's more beneath the surface than meets the eye. The enchanted number, 13. Ask any Swiftie what Taylor's lucky number is, and they'll shout it, 13. But what's the story behind it? Why has this number followed her career so closely, almost like a magical charm? Taylor was born on December 13th, and from an early age, she decided to flip the superstition of unlucky 13 on its head. For her, it wasn't just a birthday. It was destiny. Before concerts, she would draw the number 13 on her hand with eyeliner, almost like a ritual. And whenever 13 appeared, whether in award shows, sales numbers, or release dates, something extraordinary seemed to happen. For example, her Fearless album won Album of the Year at the Grammys on February 13th. Her 13th birthday fell on Friday the 13th. Coincidence? Fans think not. The eras that cast spells. One of the most mysterious things about Taylor Swift is her ability to transform, almost like she's casting a spell every time she enters a new era. Each album comes with a completely new aesthetic, sound, and even persona. From the fairy tale gowns of Speak Now, to the dark snakes and gothic vibes of Reputation, to the dreamy pastels of Lover, Taylor has mastered the art of reinvention. But here's the kicker. She doesn't just change for herself. She changes the culture. The 1989 era wasn't just a pop album, it was the soundtrack to an entire generation. Folklore and Evermore weren't just indie folk experiments. They were the musical comfort blanket of the pandemic. The mysterious Swiftie clues. Taylor Swift doesn't just release music. She creates treasure hunts. Long before an album drops, she starts leaving clues, sometimes months in advance. Take Midnights, for example. Fans noticed odd TikTok videos, cryptic Instagram captions, and even outfit choices that seemed to point toward the concept before it was officially announced. And then there's the Eras Tour, which is filled with hidden messages in her setlist, costumes, and even stage props. These aren't coincidences. Taylor has admitted she loves dropping Easter eggs for her fans. She once said it's like leaving trails of breadcrumbs that lead to a bigger surprise. But the way she does it, so consistently, so cleverly, feels almost supernatural. Fans have caught her planting clues years in advance. A necklace worn in 2019 hinted at songs that wouldn't come out until 2022. Numbers, colors, and even nail polish shades become codes to be cracked. The spell of storytelling. Taylor Swift's greatest magic isn't just her voice or her melodies. It's her storytelling. Think about it. When you listen to All Too Well, you're not just hearing a breakup song. You're living it. You can see the scarf, feel the autumn leaves, and taste the heartbreak. That's not just songwriting. That's spellcasting. Each album is like a collection of spells disguised as songs. folklore, and Evermore created entire fictional worlds that felt more real than reality. Fearless captured the dizzying highs and crushing lows of young love. And Reputation, well, that was a spell of revenge, pure and simple. But here's the mystery. How does she do it? How does one person manage to capture universal feelings so precisely that millions of people feel like she's writing about their lives? The curse of fame. Of course, magic always comes with a price. For Taylor, that price has been fame. From her earliest days in country music, she was thrust into the spotlight. At first, it seemed like a fairy tale. But soon, the darker side of fame began to show. Public feuds, harsh media scrutiny, betrayals from people she trusted. It was as if fame itself was cursed. The Reputation era was her way of reclaiming that curse. Instead of running from the snakes, she embraced them. She turned the hate into art, transforming her lowest point into one of her most powerful comebacks. And yet, the mystery lingers. Why does Taylor attract so much controversy? Some say it's because she's too powerful. Others believe it's because she's too honest, and honesty scares people. The lovers and the legends. Taylor Swift's love life has always been under the microscope. But here's the mysterious part. Her relationships aren't just relationships. They're the building blocks of her mythology. Each romance, each heartbreak, becomes immortalized in song. From Joe Jonas and Harry Styles to Joe Alwyn and beyond, her partners have become characters in a never-ending story. And the wild part? Fans can practically chart her life through these songs. But Taylor doesn't just write about love. She transforms it. A breakup isn't just a breakup, it's all too well. A crush isn't just a crush, it's You Belong With Me. It's almost as if she has the power to take fleeting moments and turn them into legends. Think about it. Decades from now, people will still be singing about Jake Gyllenhaal's scarf. That's the kind of cultural spell most artists can only dream of casting. The Eras Tour, a living spell. If there's one thing that proves Taylor's magic, it's the Eras Tour. This isn't just a concert. It's a ritual. Fans don't just attend, they prepare. They make friendship bracelets, dress in themed outfits, and treat the event like a pilgrimage. It feels less like a show and more like a shared spell that millions are part of. The tour itself is filled with mystery. The setlist includes secret surprise songs. The costumes change with coded messages. The visuals and staging shift like a living storybook. It's as if Taylor has taken every era of her career and woven them into one giant incantation. And the impact? Historic. It became the highest-grossing tour of all time, pulling in billions of dollars. Cities renamed themselves in her honor. Fans flew across continents to be part of it. The fan base, a coven of Swifties. What's a witch without her coven? Taylor Swift has the most devoted fan base in the world, the Swifties. But here's what makes them unique. They don't just listen. They participate. Swifties analyze clues, share theories, and create an endless wave of fan art, TikToks, and podcasts. It's a community bound not just by music, but by mystery. Taylor fuels this relationship by acknowledging them directly. She likes fan posts, comments on theories, and even shows up at weddings and parties. It feels personal, magical, like she's everywhere at once. Some say Swifties aren't just fans. They're collaborators in the grand spell Taylor has been weaving for nearly 2 decades. Together, they've created one of the most powerful artist-fan relationships in history. The eternal mystery. So, what's the truth about Taylor Swift's mysteries and magic? Maybe it's strategy. Maybe it's intuition. Or maybe, just maybe, she's tapped into something beyond explanation. Because here's the thing, Taylor Swift isn't just an artist. She's an architect. She builds worlds, writes myths, casts spells, and invites us all to live inside them. Every album is a chapter,